He says, I'm a locksmith. Hard to find niche relevant domains. Will strong general domains work? First PBN.
Yeah, sure. And remember that you can always take something and then kind of make it relevant to. When I first got started with PBN, I used to like taking general stuff because I wasn't as good as at fine tuning my searches when building PBNs or collecting domains for this kind of stuff. So you take a general domain, let's say it was news related, or let's say it was construction related, right? So construction, it's got a bunch of backlinks about concrete pouring. You can kind of play with titles to mix and match both niches and create more relevance about one another. Remember, when we're gaming these systems, we're gaming a robot. It's not of AI intelligence at this point in time. It's not a bunch of humans going through everything, cataloging what's going on. This is a robot. It says, okay, I'm on, billsplumbing.com, and then the title is Bill's Plumbing and Locksmithing, the finest people in San Diego for opening doors and fixing toilets. To the average person, that's going to sound real funny. Now, a lot of people are going to complain if they see a PBN that's titled that way, but guess what? It's going to work because we're not talking about sentient beings that are going, that's weird that there's a plumber that also does locksmithing. We're just talking about, general stuff that falls under a similar category. It's not quite as niche down as maybe some people would like it to be, but it's still going to work for you.
Yeah. So you can basically make the domain more niche down by optimizing the on page on the home page. Yeah, to make it more relevant. But at the same time, I would say to stay away from doing too much of that kind of thing. You don't want you don't want your whole backlink profile to be of, like you said, 30 PBNs with links that are just real general and nothing real niche specific, and you're just messing with the on page on each one. Might want to stay away from that.
I guess another thing too is I don't know how you're finding these domains, right? So I don't know what you're doing, but for me, it's Register Compass and Spamzilla. And then you're going to have different criteria that you can search by. As you continually do it, you're going to get more and more used to creating these recipes that get you a bunch of domains. For something related to the locksmith, I would probably use keywords related to locksmithing or related to keys or related to anything having to do with even doors. And that's going to push relevance. So you've got to think of everything as categories that can kind of robotically be constructed, and it would make sense to get stuff from. So maybe it's not quite a locksmith domain, but you find a domain that was a mom blog called heartandkey.com. Well, you'll be able to easily repurpose that to add a lot of niche relevance to your PBN, even if the backlink profile isn't completely dedicated to locks and keys, right? It's a mommy blog, whatever, but then that URL is going to transfer a lot of that power as well. So when we're building PBNs, also remember there's countless variables that you're putting in order to kind of make sense of what's being pushed out towards your domain.
I'll just add one more thing. When you're, if you do go the route of getting these more general domains for your PBN, I'll just say that you'll probably also, the farther away you get from, very relevant, so the more general you get, the farther away from your niche that you get, you'd like to see them be more powerful, right? So you don't want a bunch of like really weak general domains. Like if you're going to go the general domain route, I'd make sure they're a little bit more powerful.
Get some whoppers.
Yeah.